Welcome to the channel. If you're on here, I'm pretty sure you are doing some research on the Mahindra Roxor, which is the very popular UTV with the 2.5 turbo diesel engine, which is available for purchase brand new in the United States. So if you're looking to acquire a Roxor, you have a variety of options. You can either buy one brand new from one of its dealerships. There's a vast dealership network all over the United States and Canada. Or you could buy a used one either from your local Craigslist, Facebook groups, or even some of the auctions that I've seen online. They are beginning to start carrying the Mahindra Roxor. So if you are looking for the Roxor, the correct website to go to is the roxoroffroad.com. So it's roxoroffroad.com. There is a liquor brand that is called the Roxor, and I believe there's also some kind of camera equipment like a gimbal, which is also called a Roxor. So I'm not very specific or very sure about those other two that I just spoke about. But if you're looking for the Mahindra Roxor UTV, then you have to go to roxoroffroad.com. And this is what the website looks like. This is the landing page, and you would be greeted with this image. On the left side, you have home, which is where we are, and then you have the models. So they have two models that they sell. Actually, you have the base and the all-weather model. So let's take a quick look at the base model. So this is a stripped down version of the Roxor, just the plain UTV, nothing added. It doesn't even have a cab, but it has everything to make it functional. So it has the 2.5 turbo diesel engine. It's got steel rims on where you have the tires mounted. You also have no doors, so you have just this netting to keep the driver and passenger in the cab. No winch, no recovery equipment. You have the basic bumper up front. It doesn't have a lift. The shocks are the basic shocks. So the good thing about this is a great platform on which you can start customizing and building the Roxor to exactly the specifications that you want it to be. It also serves as a blank slate in case you have a very specific use for the Roxor. You want to outfit it for hunting. You want to outfit it to use it on a ranch or a mining operation. Then the base Roxor might be the way to go. That way you add components and accessories as needed. So this is what the base Roxor looks like. You have the basic dimensions, which are all listed here. That way you can know in case you have to trailer your Roxor on a regular basis, or you have to tow it behind maybe a motorhome or some other vehicle. So here you have an idea of how big the Roxor is. And then continuing down, and we're still looking at the base model, you have the engine size 2.5 liter, the amount of torque 144 pound-feet, and the towing capacity, which is 3,490. Further down, they give some of the characteristics of the basic Roxor. They specify it has a steel body compared to most UTVs on the market that have plastic bodies. You have a boxed steel frame. Most vehicles that look like this don't have boxed steel frames. They would have like an angle, either a C frame, heavy duty transmission, no belts. So it uses an automotive grade transmission, which is awesome. It's very durable. It has a 62 horsepower output. Uh, just remember, with diesel engines, they are not known for their horsepower. Rather, they produce a lot of torque, and the Roxor is good in that it has a common rail diesel injection system, so that is easily tuned. And there are many tuners out there. I believe the one Diesel Freak is like the guru. He has done so many tunes, and many of the people reporting back are very satisfied. They say when they do the Diesel Freak tune, it actually wakes up the machine. So if you're looking at getting a tune, or you want to try out a Roxor that has been tuned versus a regular Roxor straight out of the factory, then you could probably go to wherever they are doing a demonstration and try out one of the Roxors that has a tune. Next, you have the displacement, ground clearance about 9 inches. The alternator puts out about 90 amps at 3000 RPM. The Roxor has a 12-gallon fuel capacity, and the warranty it's a limited 2-year warranty on the Roxor, and that is from the date of purchase or the date it is first put in service. Remember, you have to register the Roxor with your dealership, and that way they have the paperwork for the warranty. Also, I believe for rust, it's a 12-month rust perforation warranty. So it's, if you have it after 12 months, you are guaranteed that it's not going to rust through and perforate the metal. So let's take a look at further specifications. Important ones, you have the curb weight, which is 2,990 pounds. So it's quite a heavy vehicle. If you're looking at getting a trailer, make sure it's a heavy duty trailer or one with dual axles. Ground clearance, we talked about that, 9 inches. Fuel capacity 12 gallons. Payload 349 pounds. Of course, it can definitely carry more than that, but it was certified with 349 pounds. Towing capacity 3,490 pounds, and person capacity 2. It has hydraulic assisted power steering. Instrumentation, it has a single round gauge that displays multiple data points. Lighting is halogen. Battery 600 cold cranking amps at 12 volts. It has a cigarette lighter port on which is mounted on the dash. For storage, you have 2 storage boxes under the seats, under the driver and passenger seats, and those storage boxes are locked. You'll be supplied with keys for the storage boxes. If you just purchased a brand new Roxor or even a used Roxor, what I found out, and it was the case for me also, is that you might have some further documentation stored in those storage boxes. So do yourself a favor, open them up and inspect the interior. Also, there are some rubber stoppers that you can use to close the bottom of the storage boxes. Otherwise, if you ford very deep water, then you can have some water ingress into the storage boxes. Interior floor and cargo area, it's covered with Rox liner. So there is I will call it a liner material which is sprayed on, and that protects the interior and also the bed area. Remember, there are also options, I believe, from hard caps. If you go to the hard caps website, you can buy laser cut and fitted mats for the interior and also for the bed. They are very heavy duty, and I got some of those mats courtesy of hard caps. If you look in my videos, you will notice the mats, and so far they've been durable, so I can attest to that. The wheels are 16-inch, and the lug pattern is 5 by 5.5. That would be the same for some Dodge trucks and some Ford trucks from the 80s and 90s. So for the engine, you have everything here. Compression ratio 18.6:1. Remember, it's a diesel engine, so it ignites the fuel not by using a spark plug, but just by atomizing the diesel fuel in the chamber after compressing air and allowing the air to get hot. Maximum speed 55 miles per hour. When the Roxor first came out in 2018, the maximum speed was 45, and it turned out that was very slow. Most of the secondary roads in states where the Roxor can be certified for on-road use go as far as 55 miles per hour for off-road vehicles and low-speed vehicles. So they bumped that up to 55 miles per hour straight out of the factory, which is great. Maximum towing speed 15 miles per hour, flat towing speed 55 miles per hour. For the suspension, you have leaf springs, front and rear. Transmission, you have a 5-speed manual transmission. For a short while, they offered an automatic transmission, and the automatic is it's self-learning and adaptive, and everything is electronic and built within the transmission itself. So I believe if you have, like, you change driving style a lot, or you have different drivers jumping in and out, the transmission doesn't actually calibrate itself, so you end up with a lot of problems. So far, some of the reports that we are getting and that we can find online, it seems to indicate that if you get an appropriate tune, most of the guys who've had a tune from Diesel Freak report back that their automatic transmission quit acting weird and would shift at appropriate moments. So that's just something to bear in mind. For the driveline, you have 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Straight out of the factory, the hubs up front are connected all the time. So to improve mileage, you can actually put locking hubs up front. That way you can disconnect the hubs if you are just using 2-wheel drive. But if you intend to use 4-wheel drive, then you can lock up the hubs. That way you can shift into 4-wheel while in the cab. For the brakes, you have dual hydraulic vacuum assist, parking brake, and then you have front brakes which are disc and the rear brakes which are drum. Both of those are 11 inches. Country of assembly is the United States, and as of right now they offer just 2 colors, red or black. That's in contrast to Henry Ford, who said you could have a Ford in any color so long as it's black. The red is very vibrant. I've had mine since 2018. It's packed outside in the sun. It's exposed to the elements, and so far the paint has held up really good. So the process that they have for painting, and I think it's a very good one, and I love the quality of the paint. So we scroll down, and this is what you see, just a few more pieces of information. And down here you can see they have a parts catalog, you have warranty information, and the good thing is that they have the operator guides right here on the website. You can actually click and download those. Careers, you can apply for a job with Mahindra Automotive North America. And let's look at open positions. They have one, buyer, indirect and direct, and it's at the Auburn Hills in Michigan. Salary, it doesn't say how much you'll be paid. So yep, that's what they have for jobs. Let's go back and see what we have here. So you can actually build your own Roxor. If you look here where I have my cursor, it says build yours. Let's click on there. So the base model starts at $19,999. When the Roxors first came out, I believe they were sold at about $16,000, which for me was a very, very good bargain. This is a full automotive grade, UTV. Everything about it is very durable. It's very simple to work on, and so long as you don't abuse it, you can definitely get many hours and years of use out of your Roxor. So this is what it looks like in the red color, gloss red, and then you have the gloss black. I love the red. A few years back they had a whole palette of colors that they were offering, and you just had to choose whatever color you wanted, and almost like any color in the rainbow, and they'll do it for you. So this is the base model. Like I said, it has the steel wheels, no recovery equipment, all of those. If you have to include them on your Roxor, you would have to do it yourself. And that's what it looks like. And here you can see the accessories that you can add as you customize and build your Roxor. Lots of accessories, which is a good thing. Many of them are, most of the accessories are manufactured right here in the United States, so that's very good. Or you could also choose to purchase the all-weather model, and this is coming, it gets to you ready to go, irrespective of where you live, whether it's in a hot climate or a cooler climate, and it's almost ready to be inspected, and you could get your VIN with this, because it has everything that most states would require to have a vehicle registered for on-road use, including a windshield. But I don't think the windshield is DOT approved, but it has a windshield, it has the windshield wipers, it has the headlight, and you might have to add indicator lights, and that should take you through the process. So the all-weather model goes for $27,899, and that's what it looks like. It adds a composite cab enclosure, polycarbonate windshield, windshield wiper kit, vintage air HVAC, so it has a heat and AC. You have a worn winch with mounting plate. You have the Rox Power, which is a power distribution accessory. It makes it very easy to add accessories, powered accessories. It's a fused power distribution accessory, so it's very useful. You have an AGM battery, which is an absorbent gel matte battery, which is non-spill. The acid in there is contained within a gel, so that's very good for off-road use. High level bumper, which you can see right here. It's very tough. It's a very tough bumper, so it can withstand quite a bit of shock. It has D-ring brackets, which you see, oops, what did I do? Cancel. D-ring brackets, which you can see right here for recovery. Aluminum wheels and Goodyear tires. So this is a pretty complete package, and for the price it spares you from having to source all of these parts individually and then hook them up yourself, crawling under the vehicle, manhandling the very heavy bumper. It just spares you a lot of that aggravation. It comes ready to go. You turn the key and you're good to go. Still, you have some accessories which you can add. For me, I find like the side steps at $26. That is a very good bargain, and it helps a lot, especially if you have a lift on your Roxor. The pintle ball hitch is very important. You sooner than later find that you have to move stuff around, maybe your ranch or your home and the Roxor comes in very handy. So there you go, you have all these accessories that you can buy and customize your Roxor. Now let's say that you finally go ahead and you execute the purchase. You come down here, continue as priced, and then you fill out your name and everything, email, phone number, city, and of course your zip code. Here we can't go any further since I didn't fill out any of this information, but using that information they will be able to contact the closest dealership to you. If not, if you just you are just browsing, you want to take a look at the Roxor, maybe talk to a dealer and have them give you a test ride, then you can click on locate a dealer, which is right here. Click on there, and there you have a map of the United States. You can go ahead and put whatever state you are in, and then it will show all the dealerships there. So for example, let's say Montana. Click. Oh, user denied your location. Check preferences. Yeah, I think I have that. I don't have that checked, so it can't really help me. Oh, 763. Let's try that. Let's try USA. Okay. Finally it took us to Beartooth Harley-Davidson in Billings, Montana. That's one of the major dealerships. They're pretty good, have a very great service department, and so you can call them up, or you can request a quote from them, or you can also get directions to drive out to this dealership. Now look what happens when you zoom out. You see on here you have another in Great Falls, Montana. You have Big Sky Harley-Davidson, which is also a dealership. You have their phone number right there, and again you zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. You can choose any state. Once you choose the first state, you can pretty much go anywhere in the United States and you will have dealerships popping up. So for example, let's go to Georgia and zoom in. It tells you that there's 3 dealerships visible on the screen right now. There you go. So there's one in Athens, A&H Sales and Service LLC. Click on that. There's one at the Anderson Feed and Hardware Inc. So you can repeat the same process, you know, just go around. Frederick's Equipment in Alabama. So depending on where you are in the United States, you can check and see if there's a dealership close to you, and then you can head out there and take a closer look at the Roxor. Let's see here. Minnesota should have quite a few. Wisconsin should have a few. North Dakota doesn't have any dealership at all. I don't think so. Nope, they don't. So I don't know if there's another state that doesn't have any, but I know North Dakota doesn't have any at all. Most states have at least one. So that's how you navigate the website. You pick your dealership closest to you, call them on the phone, talk to them, see if they have any Roxors in on inventory, and then you can stop by, take a look, go for a test drive, and see if it's something that you want. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share with you on this Saturday the process of purchasing a Roxor from the dealership. I hope this helps you in your research if you're looking for a Roxor, and thanks for stopping by and watching. Bye.